Morning everyone, so we're back at the DS. So here's the gamble with the customer's permission. So we've ordered up a new starter motor, and you can see it's got 1, 2, 3 bolts holding it on, and this is a original equipment Valio 438296. So I thought it'd be something fancy, this starter motor, but it ain't. It just looks like a conventional starter motor. And a couple of weeks ago I actually bought these things. I'm sure they're for stop start systems, the starter motor for dissipating the energy, so I have never used them. It was Liam for Budget and Leggett recommended them, so I don't think we'll need to use them on this thing. But anyway, here we go. So we've had to remove the battery box with the computer, battery and the air filter. Looking like a bit of a nightmare to get into. There you go. Even though this is a little petrol, it's got a fuel pressure sensor, so it must be GDI. And we reckon we'll have to remove the gear selector mechanism. Oh aye, that's what it is. Aye, the coils. Is it 3-cylinder? Aye, 3-cylinder. 3-cylinder job. So we need to move the gear selector mechanism, and the starter motor's in there with Allen bolts, and we're restricted with the intake manifold. It's a bit of a nightmare. So it doesn't go down the way, so it has to come along the way. So I'll keep you posted. Old one out, so what you can see is a bit corrosion, right enough. And it is a Valio, as we said. Do the old sniff test. Well, what yikesy? No, not hard to tell. We could bench test it, but we think it's good, but that's the only thing we can see. There's a new one. So Valio. The way we got this out, it comes up the way. So we had to disconnect. See that? That linkage there. Pop that out, and then once the starter motor's loose, you can manage to manipulate it up the way, believe it or not. So we didn't have to remove anything else. There is room. Oh no, we had to disconnect this little pipe here. Is it an evap pipe? This one here, and we managed to manipulate it up. So new one in, let's see how it goes. New starter motor installed. So hear this, we think it sounds better actually. Go for that, Roddy. Oh well, fingers crossed. I'll keep you up to date if it's no. But it turned out to be not too bad a job. It looked horrendous to start with. Again, Roddy?
Yeah, right.
Aye. Good. Starts and runs fine. If we read the fault codes, we're all good. Although there was a couple of temporary faults, so I must be honest, they're cleared. So we now have to go into special functions, pack repair, replacement parts, and replacement of starter motor. Contact and position ignition on. The fan assembly should not be operated. Do not start the engine for 10 minutes before performing this operation. Oh my goodness. The air conditioning must be off. The diagnostic tool must be connected to the main supply. Oh no. The battery voltage must be above 12 volts. Right. We'll need to come back and wait because the car was just started about 5 minutes ago. Clearing carried out. Oh, and switch it off. Off and on. Off and on. Right. Back on. Okay. Activation enabled. Okay. Activation ended. Okay. In order to program the keys, the code indicated on the customer. Oh no. Oh. Oh, I didn't care about that. Let's read this. So we just cancelled out that key request. Wasn't sure about that, so it's now asked us to put the ignition off for 60 seconds, then get back to you. 60 seconds elapsed. So That must be it. Oh no. Now loading, please wait. Well, here's a minute countdown. Oh dear, maybe that's what we should have hit. We'll wait for that to do the business. 2, 1. Now if this doesn't start after this, I will go mental. Switch ignition on again. There we go, clock's on. Okay. Procedure terminated. Okay. That's in the clear. Let's come out of that. Temporary reactivation, I don't care about that. Read fault codes. No fault codes. Will it start her up, Roddy? The proof's in the pudding whether it starts. But I think the proof's in the pudding whether the stop-start function starts working again. So, there ain't anything to say that's still wanting a service, but it's needing a service because it's 350 mile overdue. We're not actually sure where the stop-start is in this thing. No. No. Check the codes. So we're all good at the moment.